All right, so the breaking input as far as this is concerned is that we are picking up that the BJP has won the polls. In fact, in the visuals, we also see Kiran Kher. We'll, of course, try going across to my colleague to get us the latest. But it's essential to remember here, as we show you these live visuals of the BJP having won the Chandigarh Mayoral polls, is that there was a lot of drama that had ensued earlier. Remember, the last time this was held, last minute, it had to be postponed because of the fact that it was alleged that the presiding officer had fallen ill. But now we're, of course, picking up these live visuals of the fact that the BJP has won the Chandigarh mayoral polls. The AAP and the Congress, of course, did take on the BJP as far as the Chandigarh mayoral polls are concerned, but this is a massive win that we're picking up for the BJP as far as the Chandigarh mayoral polls are concerned.
आप सभी लोगों से निवेदन है मेरा कि अपनी अपने स्थान पर बैठे, अपनी अपनी जगह पर बैठे। देखिए, इस तरीके से मत कीजिए।
But as we're talking about the BJP winning the Chandigarh mayoral polls is clearly ruckus also. But it's a big win for the BJP in Chandigarh. And this is India Bloc's, of course, defeat in the first test. And the BJP has defeated India Bloc in the Chandigarh mayoral polls, which, of course, saw a lot of back and forth and drama as well. In fact, right ahead of the polls as well today, there was heavy security that was deployed. And BJP's Manoj Sonkar has won and he's been elected as the new mayor. And that is the big breaking development. My colleague Manoj joins me over the phone lines. Manoj, good afternoon. Clearly, यहाँ पे BJP की तो जीत हो चुकी है, लेकिन लेटेस्ट बताइए हमें कि बहुत बड़ा मैसिव विन था उनके लिए।
निवेदन है कि इनको बिठाएं, सभी को अपनी अपनी सीटों पर बिठाएं। अभी सीनियर डिप्टी मेयर की वोटिंग होनी बाकी है। बैठे प्लीज, अपनी अपनी सीटों पर बैठे। ईशा मैडम स्टार्ट करवाएं, अगली वोटिंग स्टार्ट कराएं। ईशा मैडम,
all right, these are the live visuals that we're getting for you. Remember, right after the win as well, what we of course do know is that BJP's Manoj Sonkar is the new Chandigarh mayor. But having said that, there's also ruckus and sloganeering that's currently taking place. Remember, this election was postponed after the fact that previously the presiding officer had allegedly fallen ill. But as far as this is concerned, the massive development that the BJP, of course, has won. And the mayoral elections are also seen as the first tryout run for the India Bloc. My colleague Pradeep is joining me with the phone lines. Pradeep, clear, big win for the BJP as far as this is concerned. But can you tell us the quick numbers? Was it a massive win for them?
Yeah, it's a massive win for the BJP, and you rightly said that there's a big setback for the INDA bloc, because we have already seen for the last 4 or 5 days already the tremors are being felt right from Bihar, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen that how the things are not going on well for INDA bloc, but now this victory for the BJP, it's really a big victory at this stage, when they had been claiming that they will be able to push BJP to the corner, because for this reason only that all these political parties had come together and joined hands. But here, losing elections here, because already when you have got a government, especially in Punjab, and you lose that like a mayor election and the deputy mayor election, that clearly indicates that you are somewhere losing the control, and people have lost faith over these political parties because they have failed to deliver. Because not only promises were made by Aam Aadmi Party during last assembly election that they will be changing and making it a Naya Punjab, but nothing of that sort has happened. Whether we talk about the law and order situation, whether we talk about the narcotics, whether we talk about the employment, nothing seems to have worked. So that's one of the reasons that the people are opting for a change, and they have decided to have at least people from the BJP, and we've seen that there was small ruckus also while the results were being declared, and this is that way a big victory, and once again a
Right.
big setback for INDI bloc, because on one hand, there's already a problem going on in different states over the seat sharing. On the other hand, we have seen how many of the National Conference leaders also joining the BJP yesterday, and we have seen that even Nitish Kumar in Bihar has said goodbye to INDI bloc, and now here a victory for the BJP. That clearly indicates that people have the faith in the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership.
Point in time, what is happening in the house, we have seen that some of the people, they have come in the well, they are raising slogan, but finally the BJP is able to get the crown as a mayor of Chandigarh. So we have seen earlier the election were being postponed all because when the presiding officer was not well. After that, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, they had gone to the High Court where they had challenged, and the High Court had given direction to conduct elections today, and finally election had been conducted. And what we have learned from the presiding officer and other officer, they say everything has been videographed, and finally the BJP is able to get this seat, and it's a big feather in the cap of the BJP, because one side India Bloc, they have been doing experiment not only in Chandigarh, even in Punjab and Haryana and other states also, to form India Bloc so that they will be able to beat the BJP. But no, the scenario has not been turned. Last time we have seen all the top leaders from Aam Aadmi Party, they had come here.
Gurpreet, who was getting us the latest in terms of the visuals also that we were seeing on the screen. But earlier, of course, my colleague Pradeep was also pointing out how this is a big win for the BJP, but also it's also being seen as the defeat for the India Bloc ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. But as far as this is concerned, it is a big win for the BJP. BJP's Manoj Sonkar is the new Chandigarh mayor. Let's also listen in to my colleague Gurpreet over there.
The councillor.
All right, that's my colleague Gurpreet, of course, who's continuously been tracking this development for us. But as we speak about this development, we're also looking at the visuals of the same on our screens. BJP Chandigarh MPs flashing the victory sign as there. You do see Kiran Kher in those visuals. But just quickly telling our viewers about the fact that BJP's Manoj Sonkar is the new Chandigarh mayor. But in the larger aspect of things, as far as this is concerned, this is a win for the BJP in Chandigarh mayoral poll. But it's also India Bloc's defeat as the first litmus test, essentially. Because remember, the AAP and the Congress had joined hands to take on the BJP. Clearly, that did not work in their favor, and BJP has defeated the India Bloc in the Chandigarh mayoral polls. We also did see a little bit of ruckus that ensued after the result was out. But we're also picking up is that as far as the fact that National General Secretary Vinod Tavde, in charge for Chandigarh mayoral elections, has also reached Chandigarh. We'll try getting those visuals as well. But the fact that as far as the significant development, the mayoral elections are being seen as the first tryout run for the India Bloc versus BJP. But this Chandigarh mayoral polls, essentially, one has to remember that there has been a lot of drama, has been a lot of back and forth as well, because remember earlier it was set to take place, but after that there was a rap from the Punjab and Haryana High Court directing the UT administration to hold the elections today. That is because the Deputy Commissioner earlier had announced February 6th, and the rap essentially for the same was that it shouldn't be delayed further, and which is why it was held today. The voting, of course, had started around 11 a.m. this morning, and the elections were held for the senior deputy and the deputy mayor posts, which were held simultaneously. But as far as the entire Chandigarh mayoral polls is concerned, we saw a lot of drama earlier as well. There was scuffle that was reported previously, which is why, keeping the purview of the same, the security was also tightened today. In fact, around 700 police personnel, along with those from the paramilitary forces, were deployed to maintain law and order during the election. But what is important to note as to why the elections took place today was because earlier it was postponed at the last moment when the presiding officer alleged that the person had fallen ill. And as far as we're picking up, the big breaking input is that the BJP has won the elections. We're going to get you the latest as far as everything that really transpired here is concerned. But for the moment, we're going to have to leave it at that.